you get that?
Yes.
Welcome to our casa, and today we're making pan-fried polenta. But before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on future videos. The first time I had polenta was actually at Thanksgiving, so it is now a staple on my Thanksgiving table. But I always have mashed potatoes and other nice creamy mushy things, so instead of making a nice creamy polenta, we're gonna fry it. This is a perfect holiday side dish, and everything that we're gonna put inside of our polenta is going to be beautiful Thanksgiving Day flavors. So let's get started. So what do I mean by Thanksgiving flavors? Well, you know what I mean, that good old stovetop stuffing flavors. We're gonna use some celery and some onion and pretty much all of the herbs that you can imagine. So let's get all of this stuff chopped up. And I have a new addition to my kitchen, my beautiful little mezzaluna, which is a really cool old school nonna kitchen tool. So we're gonna use that. It's perfect for sofrito, perfect for fresh herbs. We're also gonna use some garlic. Nanas are the smartest people ever. Now for our herbs, we're gonna use some fresh sage. Just pick off those leaves. Some fresh rosemary and do the same. Pick off those leaves and just lay them with the sage on your cutting board. Thyme. And mezzaluna thyme again, or just get them really chopped down nice and finely. In a Dutch oven, we're gonna put it over medium-high heat and add 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, now let's add that onion, celery, and garlic that we finely diced down. And at this point, I'm just gonna add a little pinch of salt just to give a little seasoning. I'm gonna add salt at the end, but I always like to add some salt just to the veggies alone. All right, now it's time to add our liquids. We're gonna be cooking 2 cups of polenta. So every cup of polenta, you need 4 cups of liquid. So we're gonna mix it up a bit here. And we're gonna add 4 cups of chicken broth. Now you can add 4 cups of water here, or you can mix it up. I'm gonna add 1 cup of whole milk and then 3 cups of water. So in total you have 8 cups of liquid. If you want to use 8 cups of chicken stock or just water or milk, whatever, you can use that combo as long as you have 8 cups. Once all your liquids have been brought to a boil, we're gonna start adding our polenta. So we're gonna slowly start adding our polenta in and mixing. Now if you're gonna be using regular non-quick cooking polenta, that's great. It's definitely a little bit of a better quality. But for today's purposes, and of course because we're gonna just fry these guys later, quick cooking polenta will be just fine. You still want to continuously stirring and adding it in a little bit at a time until you get that perfect thickness. And we're using 2 cups. Last little bit, and it's getting nice and thick. Starting to get a little bit harder to stir that around. Make it as smooth as possible. I'm just gonna lower my flame just a little bit. Gotta work for it. Once you've gotten a pretty smooth consistency there, we're gonna take it off the heat. It's nice and thick. And we're going to add those fresh herbs. A half a cup of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Let's mix that in. I'm also going to add a pinch of nutmeg. Let's add a nice hefty full of salt. Nice hefty pinch of salt there, 2 of them. Some fresh cracked black pepper. That mix. That's like, where'd it go? After you give it a taste, let's give it another nice hefty pinch of salt there. Because what do I always say?
You can always add, but you can never take it back.
There you go.
Taste again, taste again.
Oh my god, you could eat it just like this for sure.
How does it taste, you said?
Oh, it's delicious. I would eat this whole thing by itself. It really tastes like stovetop stuffing, which is like a must for Thanksgiving. So now we're gonna take our pan, which is about a 9 by 13 inch olive oil. Just lightly, a little bit of olive oil in there. You can use your hand or a paper towel, or if you're fancy like me today I'm very fancy in my kitchen. I'm just going to evenly coat the sides and all of the bottom so our polenta can come out nice and easily. Now we're going to take our polenta, pour it into our oiled pan. Okay, now shake it out. We really need it to be even. You can also use your spatula as well to push it around. Best way to get it nice and level, just like you would when you're baking a cake. Shake it on each side. So our polenta needs to sit out and cool down till it gets to just not a super hot temperature. Then we're gonna cover it and put it in the fridge until it sets and we can handle it. But for now, I think we should have another Thanksgiving tradition. Vino?
Since we are eating a dish that smells and tastes like holiday, and we are starting a pretty sad holiday season, but we're gonna make the best out of it, and I hope you're gonna celebrate with all your beloved one. I think we should pair this dish with a holiday wine, and it's a beautiful, beautiful red wine from Piemonte called GHEMME, spelled G-H-E-M-M-E. G-H and G and CH is K. This is a DOCG. Just a little bit of, to refresh your memory, it means denominazione di origine controllata e garantita, the highest, the most prestigious denomination for Italian wines. This is kind of a secret wine. We can call it a secret Nebbiolo. Piemonte is the best because every little single area called the grape variety Nebbiolo in their own way. And this GHEMME is one example. We are in Alto Piemonte, the northern area of the region, where they produce the very famous Nebbiolo called Gattinara, and this GHEMME. This is an age-worthy type of red wine, very structured, very strong in tannins, very bodied. The disciplinary of this wine required the grape juice to age at least for 36 months, 18 of which in oak barrel. So we're expecting a very robust kind of product. It can be 100% the Nebbiolo coming from this area of GHEMME, They call it spanna. Spanna is the typology of Nebbiolo that grows in this specific area. Spanna means it was a unit of measurement. This is a spanna. This is a spanna. The farmers, they didn't have a tape measurer 100 or 200 years ago, and they were measuring with spannas. So the Nebbiolo in this specific area of Piemonte is called spanna. Nebbiolo spanna can be blended with other two different varietals that grows in the area. One is called Vespalina, the other called Uva Rara or Bonarda Novarese. These two can be added to the Nebbiolo for a maximum of 15% of the whole blend. This is an amazing wine. We want to thank Antonello and all our friends at Vias Wine Imports for having donated this for this video. I am very, very excited to try it. I never tried a GHEMME, and I'm super excited to open this bottle. Yes, it's open. Let's drink it.
2011.
GHEMME, 2011. It aged very well. This Nebbiolo possibly ages better than Barolo or Barbaresco, the famous bees of Piedmont. Did you like this explanation?
I did.
I think you listened to me.
Good job. Beautiful color.
Mamma mia.
It's really top. I don't even have to taste it to tell you.
Outstanding.
Chitzinale. Now let's get this polenta in the fridge. We're gonna cover our polenta. And we wait.
For how long?
For about an hour. We're ready. Been there, yeah, you can feel how nice and solid everything is. Let's cut it. Just gently flip your pan onto a cutting board. Gently lift up. All right, I'm gonna do my best to make this even, but first I'm gonna cut it right down the middle. Now you can really cut this into any shape that you want. You could do little circles with a little cookie cutter or whatever. I'm gonna do triangles, so we're just gonna cut let's fry them up. Over a high flame in a large skillet, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter and a good amount of olive oil. We're just pan frying, we're not deep frying here, so there's nothing to be cooked through, just to get a nice little browning on each side of your polenta triangle. Once everything is melted and it's gotten to a nice high temperature, we're gonna start placing our little polenta triangles in there. And I suggest you using a non-stick pan is great with this, because sometimes polenta does have the habit for sticking. So just make sure, if you're not going to use a non-stick, just make sure you have a good amount of oil in there.
Everybody's gonna pick from this dish.
Yes. This one's probably very hot because it's on the top.
That's right.
Okay. Super hot. Here's your Thanksgiving polenta. So this tastes, I swear to you, it tastes like stuffing, like a stovetop boxed stuffing, but with fresh ingredients. You've had it. But it's like all the classic Thanksgiving Day flavors wrapped up into like a cute little fried snack. You can make them smaller, serve them as like hors d'oeuvres, or you could, I mean, imagine this topped with like turkey and gravy and cranberry sauce. This should be your new tradition. It is delicious. And for your gluten-free guests.
Gluten-free.
They are very greasy.
They're greasy, so they're good.
So please, like this video, subscribe to your channel, and ring the bell for notifications on future videos. And bye.
Thank you.
Here you go, I'll leave. You're too messy. You're too messy.
Bye-bye.